Did you know that YouTube was the second largest most viewed social media platform? And the number of YouTube channels earning over 6 figures grew over 40% last year?
Wow!
So I'm gonna give you some tips on how I was able to get my first 1,000 subscribers, as well as some do's and don'ts when you're starting from zero. So let's dig into it.
Wow, that's amazing.
What's going on, guys? You have landed on The Human Experience, where we talk about tips that can possibly make you money to DIYs that can possibly save you money and everything in between. So let's get right to it. YouTube is projected to make over $6.8 billion in ad revenue for 2022. That's a lot of money. So what does that mean? That means more money for you. The more money YouTube makes, the more money we can make.
Sounds too good? Of course it does.
YouTube isn't going anywhere. The ad revenue isn't going anywhere. So I think the most important thing is just get off the sidelines, jump in the game, and just press record. Start recording. Record. So one thing is not to expect your channel to grow overnight, because that's highly unlikely. I mean, you have a small percentage of YouTubers that start their channel and all of a sudden they go from 0 to 100 real quick.
We go 0 to 100 real quick. We go 0 to 100 real quick.
0 to 100 real quick. I mean, you have a very small percentage of YouTubers that start a channel and it seemed like they grew overnight. Like, the reality is most of them don't grow overnight. Most of them, it takes over a year, you know, going into 2 years, 3 years, even longer in order for them to build. And so, you know, your expectation of going in and all of a sudden you got, you know, you monetize the next week or the next month, and now you're making, you know, $5,000 a month, $5,000 a week. If that's your expectation, and if that doesn't happen for you, don't give up, because it's not common for that to happen anyway. But if you want to really build your channel, the main thing is stay consistent. Create content, post the videos, post them consistently. Don't post 1 week and then you're not posting until a month later and you're expecting your channel to grow. If you don't know what kind of channel to create, do like I did and just pick some topics that you don't mind talking about.
A critical part of success is our ability to communicate.
So write down the top 5 topics or categories that you wouldn't mind talking about for many, many years, right? Out of that top 5, you're making those videos, right? You just put them out there. It's like you're throwing a fishing rod out, right? I mean, I ain't never went fishing, but you know, you're throwing that fishing rod out. You got the bait at the end of the line and you throwing it out there and you're trying to see what's gonna bite. One of the good things I did, also a mistake I made, was creating different types of videos from different categories. So I created sports, I created news, I created me playing on this bass back here. I created, you know, all types of content, how-tos. And the reason why I did that, because I wasn't sure what kind of channel I wanted to create. But I knew I wanted to start making videos. I said, hey, let me just post some videos, keep them coming, and you know, just kind of go from there. Don't necessarily start your channel with something that's so niche and expect for it to grow fast. If it's so niche, it's going to be hard for you to get seen sometimes, but not only that, but the amount of traffic that's going to be searching for that particular content is going to be limited, more limited than it would if you're talking about content that was more searched for. So you want to find that middle ground. You want to find something that's not oversaturated, but at the same time find something that people are actually looking for when you create your channel. So if you're getting value out of this so far, show some love and smash the subscribe, like, and bell notification to get the latest HE content. Let's get back into it. So one thing I'm sure you heard if you have been searching for this type of content is how important creating a good thumbnail and creating a good title matters. And the reason why you hear it so much is because it's true. You have a channel that's unknown. No one knows you.
Wait a minute! Who are YouTube.
You're on YouTube and you're trying to build, and it's millions of other channels out there, right? So you want to make sure that you can get them to see you. How do you get them to see you? Well, if I was searching through my YouTube as a viewer, I'm scanning, but what am I seeing when I'm scanning? I'm seeing pictures, which are the thumbnails, these images, and then I'm also seeing titles, the words, what this video is supposed to be about. And so I'm scanning, and what may catch my eye may be your video. But if you don't have an attractive thumbnail, you know, and if you don't have the title that's going to make me say, hey, let me click on this one versus all the other ones that's talking about the same thing, then you may not get a click. And if you don't get a click, then you don't get a view. If you don't get a view, there's no way that they can subscribe to something they never seen. You can have the best content out there. I'm talking about, you could have did all your research. You could have, you know, your videos could be like dynamic in all kind of ways, you know, B-roll and high definition cameras, but they don't know you yet. And if they don't ever click on your video, no one will ever see all that work you put in to making that one video. So that's how important a good thumbnail and a good title is. Once you make those thumbnails and titles, you got to put tags in the videos. Make sure you put the tags in the videos. There's a lot of things you can do. Hashtags, you can put the tags in the meta tag area. Description, you want to make sure you write something in the description that's pertaining to the video. These are the things you have to do. These are the little steps, but they're important steps. Little steps that you might not think matter, but they matter. Because that's how the YouTube algorithm figures out what your video is about and who should this video be sent out to. It doesn't watch your video per se, it just takes in the information that your video has. So it may pick up certain words on your video. It's gonna look into your description, it's gonna look in your tags, it's gonna read all that stuff, and it's gonna determine, okay, what this video is about. So once you start making your videos and you're putting that content out there consistently on a regular basis, you're doing the right thing. You're gonna start seeing results. You're gonna start seeing views. So after you do that, you wanna make sure, after you start seeing the results, look and see which videos are getting the most views, which videos are getting the most comments, and start making more of those type of videos. That's gonna help you to expose your channel to more of those type of viewers that are already looking for your type of content. Before you know it, your channel should take off. So you have to do the work. It's work behind it. It's work way before you get to your monetization stage. It's work well after you start making money off YouTube. You know, I went from 0 to 1,000 within months. My journey is gonna be different from your journey, but at the end of the day, you can do it. It takes work, you know. I'm working on it. Every video I look at myself and I'm saying, okay, I need to improve on that. I need to tweak that. You have to do that for yourself. You have to say, hey, you know, watch your content after you create it. Look and see what kind of comments you get, and if you're getting any comments, how many likes did you get? How many days did it take for you to make that video? How many hours did you put in? How can I save time as far as my setup time, as far as, you know, getting my material together? All these things are gonna help you in the long run, because you gotta remember, YouTube is making over $6.8 billion in ad revenue. So it's money out there. It's money to get to create another source of income, to possibly sustain a living for you. So this topic is so broad and there's so much to talk about. I'm gonna make more videos about it. If you have any questions that I may not have addressed, please put those questions in the comments below and I'll be sure to respond back as soon as I can. Show some love and smash the subscribe, like, and bell notification to get the latest HE content. That's amazing.